casting their votes. So that process is open up until 4 o'clock. And then other processes will follow after that. We'll keep on updating online Facebook platforms hourly the performance of the voting and candidates as they compete. I think I wanted to make those two announcements because they are officially and they are time-bound. Voting is live, is on, and members can vote. To the AGM correct. Over to you, President. The Vice Chancellor is not in person. He was here at the venue because of delays. He had to rush home in Tsolo. He has an emergency. Dr. Jaga is representing the Vice Chancellor physically in the event.
Thank you, Mr. Registrar. I think what we should probably do, we should get started, even if we decide to wait for a little bit as people trickle in. Can I ask the gentleman sitting at the back perhaps to come to the front so that it looks better here? If you don't mind, to come and take the actual chairs, please. Thank you. So just a short note, I'm not yet giving the report. I will give the report in due course. I do need to get at least 50 people inside the room before I can give the official report. But this is a short note to say those who are here and those who are online are welcome to the AGM. The rules that have been outlined by the registrar that we only need 50 people to correct. We are now sitting at 64 or 68. So the quorum has been met if you include those who are present in the venue and those who are online. The Vice Chancellor was here at 9, which is the time when the AGM should have commenced. But she has a personal commitment, which means that she cannot remain with us. But I think that whatever she was going to say has been delegated to Dr. Jaga. She will be addressing online. Okay, that's good. I'm told that Dr. Jaga is representing her, but will not speak on her behalf. So I think, Reg, we should probably wait another 10 minutes as people trickle in, and then thereafter the VC can give the state of the university. Thank you. So we will wait for another 10 minutes. Let's see. It looks like there's activity outside and people are walking in. Yes, but the program is officially opened, so other activities can happen. But the issue around the VC's state of the university, we will give it another 10 minutes to see how people come in.
Bathi bavile kodwa.
Raj, I think we must sort out something that's important. I've just taken a short adjustment because we are also just struggling here to get to. So, uthi asibhakali apho no. Guys, nivile into abantu aba-online abasiva ne? All right. Xola, Honorable Member of Parliament, representing the African National Congress. It means akandiva because akaphenduli nophendula.
President?
Ngiyavakala President.
Oh, hayi ke, umcimbi
Siyakuzwa
sewulungisile.
President, siyakuva ngoku.
Mongameli, it's Ngola, yeah, we can hear you.
Qala.
Yeah, yeah. Actually, count it to make the rest so that this will go. Yes, but I'm not allowed vote. All right, so apparently the VC is ready with a video that will be played now, and thereafter she will then make an address. I just don't know technically whether or not. Well, we can't see the video. You know, yazi jongani guys, kwesi screen ndifuna ubona abantu aba-online. You know. Yeah, ndifuna ubona abantu aba-online apha because kufuneka ndimoderate napha. So I don't need ubana sivele apha thina. So I think le video ka-VC ifakeni kwezi screens.
Walter Sisulu University was formed in 2005 after the merger of Border Technikon, Eastern Cape Technikon and University of Transkei. With over 30,000 students and approximately 1,800 staff that study and work across 4 campuses in Mthatha, Butterworth, Buffalo City, and Komani. The university is uniquely positioned for impact. By its location and its character as a comprehensive university, WSU is strategically located to respond to local and national development needs through its research, community engagement, and over 170 academic program offerings. Because of the university's location and market, it has assumed the role of being a gateway institution for the large population of rural youngsters in the province. Many of these students have gone on to be world-class leaders in various industries. 2021 ushered in a new dawn with the inauguration of the university's first female vice-chancellor and principal, Professor Roshila Mulundi Sonza. Armed with a new strategic plan and a Vision 2030, she is set to take the university to new heights. The university's philosophy is encapsulated in the vision, mission, purpose statement, and core values. The vision is to be an impactful, technology-infused African university. Through its core business, WSU responds to societal needs in ethical, scholarly, sustainable, and entrepreneurial ways, and delivers future-ready graduates. In pursuit of excellence, Walter Sisulu University addresses societal challenges by producing relevant, innovative, and impactful research, championing sustainable and just development, and graduating versatile individuals. In pursuit of excellence, 9 strategic goals are defined and pursued under this institutional strategic plan. One of those goals is to develop state-of-the-art infrastructure. Significant progress has been made in infrastructure development in the recent past. Buffalo City campus has 7 delivery sites across the city. Over the recent past, refurbishments have been made to residences and other buildings in an effort to improve the teaching and learning and living conditions of students. The campus also boasts a one-of-a-kind Phyllis Ndantala collaborative library which the Walter Sisulu University shares with other universities. This high-tech, aesthetically pleasing facility truly embraces the technology-infused aspect of our vision because it hosts digital resources. Major construction is underway at Butterworth campus with a brand new faculty building going up and set for completion by the end of 2022. The building will accommodate lecture rooms and offices. Residence refurbishments are ongoing and students will soon occupy upgraded rooms. The campus also recently completed the sewer reticulation system and student village upgrades, and the Inika water supply project is under construction. The Komani campus has 2 delivery sites located in Queenstown and Whittlesea. Although it is the smallest of the university's 4 campuses, its contribution is notable. In recent years, some renovations and major construction have been completed. Mthatha campus is the biggest of the 4 campuses with 3 delivery sites in Mthatha, namely Fort Gale, Nelson Mandela Drive, and Zamukulungisa. Mthatha campus recently completed construction and refurbishments of the Health Sciences Clinical Skills Laboratory, a state-of-the-art hospital simulation, the Nelson Mandela Drive site in Service Road, and the Center for Entrepreneurship Rapid Incubator. In the construction of Zamukulungisa Computer Laboratory, Science Block, East Teaching Mall, Small Enterprise Development Center for Agricultural Business.
Guys,
Bulk
abantu aba online bakhalaza nge-audio again.
Roads, water storage, and water
Bathi bayayibona ivideo
restoration
bathi
systems,
akho voice.
and marine biology laboratory upgrades. While there is still much to be done to achieve the goal of infrastructure development as set out in Vision 2030, the university is proud of the progress made. With continued support, collaboration, and funds, the university will transform its infrastructure to meet world standard. Walter Sisulu University, a university in pursuit of excellence.
Fair enough, but I really don't understand if the admin of this proceeding is online. Why are they not attending to the issue? Thank you so much for the suggestion, though.
Good morning, everyone.
As well as
I've noted that even on the website, guys, the volume, the audio there, it's very low. The quality is not good. So it could be that we can't even hear a thing.
And maybe it could be that mabayeke kwane video but nobafuna because it adds no value, quite frankly, in this format.
But guys, who's working on this online system? Because there is no one controlling the speaking. Everyone is just talking whenever they want. And no one is muting people. And no one is letting people to speak. So we need someone to sit here with us so that they can tell us who's speaking, who's not speaking. I mean, it's intolerable that there is a conversation happening in parallel with what we're doing here.
All right. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Chair, am I audible?
Yes, Vice Chancellor, we can hear you. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you for granting me this opportunity again to address the convocation. This is the second time. This is the second time I am addressing the AGM. Thank you for being with us here this morning at this important event on the university calendar. I am certain that your deliberations and decisions will be driven by your interest in the future sustainability of Walter Sisulu University and will take Vision 2030 into account as it proposes far-reaching changes to our institution. Please allow me to refer to my previous.
President? President?
Guys, can you just switch everybody off? I mean, we just can't have this
President?
continuing. You must mute everyone.
Mongameli?
No, the VC is still talking, and we will only talk after the VC has finished.
Mongameli?
Chair, should I continue?
So no, VC, just give us a second, because there is a problem with the people managing this. I don't understand why they don't just mute everyone.
Our chair, hands, chair, be attended to
No,
before the Vice Chancellor deliver her address.
no.
Yes,
Please.
Mongameli?
Guys, what is the problem? Why don't you switch everybody off? We will deal with other issues after the VC has spoken.
Mongameli? Can the Vice Chancellor take a seat?
Can we be afforded attention in this meeting so that we are able to address this meeting, Chair? We are not in this virtual platform for sweet nothing.
Okay, thank you very much, Registrar. Please allow me, as I continue delivering my address, please allow me to refer to my previous presentation to you as a starting point of my address this morning. In 2021, I referred to WSU as it then stood, particularly concerning 1, our strategic movement from being a developmental university to one that embraces technology and African values as the foundation of its future forward thinking. Secondly, the then uncoordinated systems and processes by which the university ran some of its key portfolios. 3, our fragmented identity. 4, the dire need for staff capacitation programs. 5, the need for coordinated student experiences. I would like to remind the meeting of the issues that I referred to in 2021 and give feedback on progress on some of these issues. And African values as the foundation of its future.
President, Chairman of the sitting, we can't clearly hear the VC on his deliverance. I think you can maybe, or the network.
No, you are right.
That issue.
No, you are right. We also can't hear even from here, so it's a bit of a problem. There is a real problem with the network. You know what? I'm going to stand down, adjourn for 10 minutes.
No, Chair.
VC, I think, I'm sorry, I'll have to interrupt you for 10 minutes. VC, I'm going to interrupt you for 10 minutes because I think this hybrid system, there are technical and teething problems with it. So until we fix it, I think for now, let's wait.
Yeah, let's adjourn, President.
Yes, President, let's adjourn.
Tutan?
Yeah, I'll hybrid online.
Hey. Who hybrid? Yeah, I'm included online.
It's fine. We are hybrid.
Yeah, it's a hybrid.
The proceedings are hybrid.
Proceedings are hybrid.
In every respect.
In every respect.
Okay. I'm ready to go down.
Tutan? Ukugqibela izolo ebusuku. Ukugqibela izolo ebusuku. Awukona uthini? Hayi, ndibulisa utiya kaloku. Ndiyambulisa. Hayi, ndibona ingena wabili lapha. Hayi, khona man, kugqwetha. Isasokolisa le system kuba abantu bavele bangene bathethe. So asiyazi nokho nakho indlela yomute wonke umuntu.
All right, thank you very much, Reg. Can you hear me, colleagues?
Yes, VC, it looks like it's much better now. So if you could perhaps proceed with your input. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Chair. As I was saying, my point of departure is from 2021. And I would like to remind the members of Convocation about some of the issues I raised in last year's AGM. The first refers to our strategic movement from being a developmental university to one that embraces technology and African values as the foundation of its future forward thinking. The second was the then uncoordinated systems and processes by which the university ran some of its key portfolios. The third was our fragmented identity. The fourth, the dire need for staff and capacitation programs. The fifth, the need for coordinated student experiences which enrich the teaching and learning experiences of our student cohort. The sixth, the urgent need to revitalize and renew our programs and quality assurance processes. The seventh, considerations of financial sustainability. And lastly, our renewed efforts to improve our infrastructure. In addressing the above and other challenges not mentioned here, we embraced Vision 2030 during 2021, positioning WSU as an impactful technology-infused African university. Our concentration has thus centered around the pursuit of excellence in all our endeavors. I assume that each of you here is familiar with the strategic goals contained in Vision 2030, and I will not repeat them here, save to say that all efforts are directed at achieving these goals as approved and endorsed by the Council. The road from the initial drafting of Vision 2030 to our current state has not been easy. I'm sure you're all aware of the reputational positioning of WSU in the marketplace. As we, however, advance in our efforts, I must admit that change management has been woefully lacking at WSU and has found us in a position where we have to justify ourselves and our value proposition to various stakeholders, both internal and external, which has taken valuable time from our core work of ensuring the future forward trajectory of the institution. Be that as it may, we have made strides insofar as our goals. Moving from my last report to the convocation, I will share a few of our strategic successes based on the Vision 2030 goal, which speaks to 2021 and partially to the first quarter of 2022, with the private visa that some data has not been audited and is thus provisional. If we look at our goal on quality, impactful teaching and learning, I prefer a few examples linked to some of these goals. I reported last year that we had just established a student tracking unit. And I'm pleased to report that the student tracking unit is now in operation, and it is intended to assist faculties in developing profiles of WSU students for placement and academic support purposes. Moreover, it is intended to identify modules at risk, including students at risk. Modules at risk indicate that there may be pedagogical or other challenges hampering pass rates. The Student Tracking Division is therefore also responsible for conducting student engagement activities regarding at-risk groups or high-risk courses to identify support needs and develop appropriate support interventions for our students. If, for an example, we note through this tracking system that after the first test or examination, we have a cohort of students who have not performed well, we immediately contact those students and we immediately try to identify what the challenges might be and provide the necessary assistance to those students so that moving forward, they can perform better. Of particular importance, we have submitted a midterm enrollment review for council approval, which has adjusted enrollment plans to account for the movement of our PGC from postgraduate status to undergraduate status to cater for upward and downward trends in some CESM categories. Colleagues, again, this is important because the number of students who enter into our system is regulated by our contract with the DHEAD. A year ago, PGCE was moved from being a postgraduate program to an undergraduate program. And the result was that it skewed our enrollments, because suddenly we found ourselves in a situation where we were over-enrolled in as far as undergraduate programs were concerned. Fortunately, that decision by DHEAD coincided with the midterm review of all enrollment plans across the sector. So we were provided with an opportunity to revisit our enrollment targets. Otherwise, we would have been penalized for over-enrolling at undergraduate level. The last example is the establishment of the Student Access, Success and Retention Unit. Before the establishment of this unit, we had programs such as PALS, such as tutors and first-year experience. But these programs were not coordinated and they were driven from different units. We therefore took a decision in 2021 to establish
Yabona izingxaki zale mshini ingathi azipheli. Eh? Uzidisconnecte ngokwakhe? Oh. VC, apparently you disconnected yourself. which is a very unusual thing. So please reconnect yourself. You know, lento iqale ngondi annoy, ngoku seyindi entertain.
Chair, can you hear me?
Yes, you are back online. Thank you, VC.
Thank you. I'm connecting via my phone now. Thank you very much. Chair, I would like to spend a few minutes on the next point. In my presentation in 2021, I highlighted shortcomings relating to quality processes and management systems at WSU. Our quality management system processes for academic qualifications proved ineffective. This was demonstrated in our recent foray into the media space regarding 6 of our qualifications. It is important to note that only 5 qualifications eventually came into question, as WSU has not offered the 6th since 2019. While we remain committed to continuing our reciprocal relationship with the regulatory bodies and thus ensuring the integrity of our PQM and offerings, it behoves me to set the record straight now that the best interests of our students have been secured by the joint efforts of management and the regulatory authorities for higher education in South Africa. It is no secret that the so-called historically disadvantaged institutions are a product of history. The result, at least for WSU, is an institution that lacks an authentic post-merger identity and the resources to ensure complete reinvention and rebranding. In essence, WSU displays all the historical symptoms of intrinsic and extrinsic factors contributing to its current standing in as far as administration of its academic qualifications. It grapples within the confines of higher education system plagued by a lack of resources, competition for students, funding challenges, and the continued onslaught of unnecessarily combative criticisms. Despite the above, or perhaps in spite thereof, WSU's current leadership, from inception as DVCAR in 2019 has, from the moment it took office in 2021, continued to challenge negative assumptions surrounding the institution and the quality of its offerings. We embarked on several processes to resurrect WSU from its nominal post-merger identity to one that completely embraces a reimagined, consolidated, and streamlined approach to world-class education and student experience. Have we made mistakes? No doubt. And for those mistakes, we are the first to say nostra culpa. However, we are not prepared to sit idle. We are not prepared to sit idle and abandon the strategic initiatives to which we are all committed to create a stable brand, quality graduates, parity of offerings, and a sustainable environment and capacitated workforce in pursuit of excellence. A reading of our Vision 2030. A reading of our Vision 2030 strategic plan clarifies WSU's trajectory as it goes forward to implement rationalization and consolidation, PQM viability, infrastructure advancement, capacity development, initiatives, student experiences, and other related initiatives. Our goals, supported by Council, which approved Vision 2030, are clearly stated. Does change cause discomfort? It goes without saying. Do our goals require us to look inwards and confront our reality? Naturally, they do. We operate cognizant of the challenges and agendas ahead, both internal and external, but remain committed to the long game and not the short part. Where will this institution be in 2030 and beyond? This is the question informing our decisions and path forward. The status quo cannot remain unchanged. To do so would be to sacrifice WSU into mediocrity. The Parliamentary Committee on Higher Education acted rightfully within their ambit to call the university to account. We took the call seriously and appreciated the opportunity to air our challenges. The corrective projects and initiatives which have been in progress from as far back as 2019, and to seek their input and advice. Most of the committee's suggestions are within the ambit of Vision 2030 and have been for some time. We will, however, now accelerate our efforts with the support of the committee and regulatory authorities. We have committed to the delivery of a skills audit, the completion of rationalization and consolidation, progressing on our risk and compliance frameworks, improved communication with all stakeholders, and providing our quality assurance and academic planning portfolio to ensure that WSU is stabilized and can move forward secure and in the confidence of its constituencies and oversight bodies. We welcome the committee's support of the WSU strategy and the insights of all the regulatory and professional bodies that attended the hearing. One thing remains clear. It is no longer business as usual at WSU. The initial media allegations directed at the institution, among them the 28 qualifications the 28 qualifications were not accredited and thousands of graduates were affected, were untrue. Especially and unfortunate in a province that should view its universities as assets and not as targets. We do not dispute the media's right to report and inform. Still, when the media spreads falsehoods resulting in student trauma, the closure of campuses, damage to property, and reputational harm, that right must be balanced against an institution's right to defend itself. Chair, I will go no further on this point. As we advance, we restate our commitment to the Portfolio Committee, which requested us to move with our implementation strategies for various initiatives, including rationalization and consolidation, to bring stability to the institution and ensure the retention of high-performing staff and prevent the loss of talented staff, students, and other stakeholders in the higher education environment. We welcome the CHE audit process and undertake to provide and implement improvement plans as required. We have already implemented 2 projects